Guys, today I'm bringing you another build, specifically on Arc Warlock Chaos Reach. We are going to be using the Fallen Sunstar helmet mixed with a bunch of different varieties of Jolt, specifically Jolt Shot on a primary weapon. And this season Arc's in a really weird spot because it's not being featured in the artifact or in Surges or anything. You're not getting bonus damage anywhere, but this build is still insanely strong. Your ability uptime is very, very high. You'll be destroying every ad, all the champions you see. This build is really good, so next season when we do get Arc mods or Surges, this build will be even better, and I would recommend bringing it into the next season. To start off the build, our aspects are Electrostatic Mind, which will just give you Ionic Traces whenever you kill jolted targets, and you will become amplified like all the time, so your movement speed will be higher. And then we have Arc Souls, because who doesn't want a little buddy, a little friend on your shoulder to help you kill ads? This Arc Soul recently got buffed, and it's my first time trying it with this build. It's very, very good. I think Arc Soul is much, much better than the Slide now. I think it already was, but with the buffs, it is just insane. The fragments we have selected are Spark of Amplitude for more Orbs of Power when we are amplified. When we throw a Pulse Grenade or get a Jolt off, we will just generate more Orbs of Power. We have Spark of Ions to make it so we get more Ionic Traces, which will give us ability energy back constantly, and we will just have more uptime on our abilities. We'll have Spark of Shock, so our grenades, our pulses, will always jolt. Pulse just got a new buff, so it jolting and the new buff it got will just make it so much better. It's already the best nade on Arc, easily. I can say it's much better than Storm, unless maybe you're on Titan, but even then I think it's probably still better as well, because Titan also buffs Pulse to give you more Ionic Traces, so you have more uptime. Anyways, we're on Warlock right now, and then we have Spark Resistance, because you can never have enough damage with this. Damage resist is something that will always stack, and you will always have. It's kind of absurd how much damage resist we can stack, especially in Arc. The only specific weapon I would recommend bringing is any primary with Volt Shot. I'm using the Icarus SMG, but you could use something like the Neomuna Pulse that just came out that has Volt Shot, and it is very, very strong. But I just prefer SMGs and being up and close, and this build allows you to do that, so I'm using the SMG with Volt Shot. And then nothing else is really specific with the build. You don't need a specific heavy or primary. I've just been using Arbalist and Bastion, strictly because they stun champions. So my SMG with Jolt will always stun overloads. Jolt is just the keyword that stuns overloads. It's really nice. The other keyword for Arc is unfortunately Blind, which we don't have any of that on this build. But so I'm just running Arbalist and Bastion to take care of anti-barriers and unstoppables with these. The heavy is any Arc heavy you want to go with. I chose Wendigo because I grinded for this one for a bit, and I really like Cascade Point. I think it's very underutilized. But you can just use Hothead or Thunderlord or something else if you want. It's have fun with it, play your way. It's all you really need is something with Jolt. So Volt Shot works perfectly. The mods with this build are very simple as well. We're just trying to get as much super energy with our abilities because our abilities will be spammed. We have Harmonic Siphon to give us as many Orbs of Power as we can. Same with Firepower, because your pulse will be on the ground almost at all times, so you'll generate a bunch of orbs with this and your fragments. The orbs will contribute into giving you grenade energy and armor charges, so Innervation's here to give you the grenade energy. Same with Bomber, so when you place your class item. And then Grenade Kickstart, so you can spend all your armor charges to get your nade back. I made it so you specifically get your pulse back because it is the best ability on your kit. So obviously you want to be throwing it as much as possible. So Impact Induction also gives you your grenade back, and then the chest piece only has resistant mods. You can never have enough. And then we have Arc Weapon Surges, so you can do more damage with your heavy and your energy weapon, and then Time Dilation to give those surges more uptime, so you can use your kickstart more often or your bonus damage. And then Reaper's also here for orbs. I forgot to mention that. So other than that, the artifact isn't, like I said, it isn't catered for the Arc this season, but there are a few mods you can use, such as Overload SMG is one that I am using on my list. You could use Anti-Barrier Pulse if you decide for the Neomuna Pulse. Shatter Orbs is the best artifact mod in the game, by far. If you have any activity with Arc in it, I would recommend bringing this in. You should always have the grenade mod on to discount your grenade mods, because we are using a lot of them, as I said. So this is very mandatory. And then only one I would recommend otherwise is Prismatic Transfer, because when you pop your Chaos Reach, your teammates get a bonus damage, and not a lot of people are using Arc, so screw it. Like, run it. I didn't have it on, unfortunately. I forgot it existed until I looked after I recorded the gameplay, but I was solo anyway, so it doesn't really matter. On screen now is the -20 Master Lost Sector. I am 23 under, and this build clears it with ease. And I just want to talk about the gameplay loop now. So all you want to do is be chucking abilities and killing everything. Quite literally, just playing the game is how you run this build. The more you kill stuff, the more you jolt, the more ionic traces you'll be generating to give you more energy back. So as you see, I just chucked my pulse grenade and everything died around there. All those thralls, I generated 3 orbs and I have my nade back. Another wave spawns and I will throw my nade again. Everything dies, I have my nade back. It's really simple. You're gonna want to place your rift as much as possible. So right there, I placed my rift. I have arc souls. I'll stun the champion, chuck my pulse, unload on them with Wendigo, and if you look at my abilities, I have my rift back and my grenade. It's literally just about chucking abilities and killing as many things as possible. So like, there's nothing special to it. I have armor charges up at all times. I checked my nade with grenade kickstart. Lost all my armor charges, but if I go pick up orbs, I'll get them back. I have my nade back. It's just insane uptime on your abilities. Placed another rift. Champions aren't really a problem either. You just consistently stun them. I don't really know what else to say. It's just play the game as normal. Make sure you're in a rift as much as possible. Grab all your orbs, and yeah, chuck your nade. The only downside of this build is healing, but like I said, healing rift is just be in it at all times. It'll save you a lot more than you think. But I'm just gonna let this Master Lost Sector play out. If you enjoyed the build, I would appreciate a like, a sub. And if you want to come check me out, watch more gameplay from me, I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch regularly in the mornings, PST. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your day. See ya.